Now, the other day, I was visiting a dear friend who I love, Nicholas Littlefield. Nick Littlefield was the closest associate of Ted Kennedy. And in fact, he was known as the 101st senator because he made so much legislation happen in the Senate. And he's now very, very, very ill, incapacitated. And I went to visit him and we sang songs to him. He can't move. He has no capacity except his eyes told us that he could hear it and he was moved, but he can't move anything else except his eyes. And there was a young man there who is a nurse, a male nurse, looks after him. And I heard from his speaking voice that he must have a wonderful voice as a singer. He's a singer. And so I said, would you like to come and sing in the class? He said, I'd love to. So here he is. Christian. So, Christian, first of all, thank you for all you do for Nick Littlefield. And you know, we all love him. He's an adored figure in the world. And you adore him. Yes. And you look after him on our behalf. So thank you.
Well, thanks for inviting me here today.
I'm thrilled you're here. And he's going to sing Aufenthalt, another Schubert song. And again, as I asked Bethany, would you tell the circumstance?
Yeah, and if it's okay, I'd like to provide just a loose translation as well, just because the poetry is so brief.
Just tell the story. Yeah. I think that's the circumstance.
So this is a song from Schwanengesang. It's Schubert's last song.
Actually, you know that it doesn't belong in this. I mean, it's in the cycle, but it's not a story. So just tell what's happening here.
Okay. So the speaker is thrown in this state of grief and anxiety and depression, and all around him are these powerful displays of nature. The rushing river, the howling forest, this momentous, this powerful crag towering over him. And then in another verse he goes on to say, as wave follows upon wave, so flow my tears ever renewed. And then the next verse, high in the stirring treetops, my heart beats so incessantly. And then the final verse, and like the ore from the ancient stone, so remains basically my pain, my grief, it remains unchanged. It's just going to be there, just like that ancient rock before me. So we are not finding him in a very good place when we meet him.
Great, and thank you for being so clear in your description, because that tells us also what kind of a singer you are. That's wonderful. Yuri, come and sit down so you can hear this. I want you to hear this. This is really important. Come and sit in the middle. Here. No, you sit there. You come from India. But he needs a little bit more room. He's there, yeah, there we go. No, that's perfect. Great, okay.
Rauschender Strom, brausender Wald, starrender Vers, mein Aufenthalt. Rauschender Strom, brausender Wald, starrender Vers, mein Aufenthalt. Ist die Welle an Welle reit, fließen die Tränen mir ewische Leid, fließen die Tränen mir ewische Leid, fließen die Tränen mir ewische Leid. So unaufhörlich des Felsen, uraltes Herz, ewig derselber, bleibet mein Schmerz, ewig derselber. Bleibet mein Schmerz, ewig derselber, bleibet mein Schmerz. Rauschender Strom, brausender Wald, starrender Vers, mein Aufenthalt. Rauschender Strom, brausender Wald, starrender Vers, rauschender Strom, brausender Wald, mein Aufenthalt.
Bravo, Christian. Bravo. Bravo. Yeah, I just have to reflect a moment on this. I had no idea who this guy was. I mean, you know, most of the people come here to play because they're the New England Conservatory or they're doing a graduate class or something like that. He's a nurse, right? I met him looking after a friend of mine. And I just sensed that you were a singer, something special. I mean, I've never heard him sing a note. It's amazing. And you're a beautiful singer and a beautiful communicator. And that's what makes you such a good person to look after Nick Littlefield. Because Nick Littlefield was a singer too.
Yes,
you probably never heard him sing, did you?
Only on recording.
Yeah, he used to sing with Ted Kennedy. Ted used to love to sing. And they sang together duets.
Yeah.
And at his funeral, he sang a cappella.
Love changes everything.
Love changes everything. And Nancy Pelosi said to him on this plane to Israel on Air Force One, that was what did she say? It was the most...
She said that was just about the bravest thing.
The bravest thing I've ever seen anybody do. Sing a cappella at the funeral of
without
Ted.
any liquor?
And without any liquor, yeah. So you're a perfect person to be there, and thank you for doing that. It's so great. But the other thing that's amazing is Dina had never heard the song, and they just met. Right?
That's true.
And because Dina is a wonderfully schooled, deeply educated musician, she did almost everything right immediately, which is great. It's just great. Because this is actually a very misunderstood song, and most pianists, I listened to Fischer-Dieskau's pianist, and the pianist is going bop, 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 staccato, and there's no staccato here, so her decision was an absolutely right one. It's an interesting situation because if he is so distraught, and he is distraught, why does the rhythm go bum bum ba ba dee do yada? That's not the rhythm of somebody who's being distraught. Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
So there's a kind of a conflict in this song.
Okay.
And the reason he sings that rhythm is because he's talking about his Aufenthalt, his refuge, his home. Now, the home is a place for stability. Of course, the fact that it's his life is so full of turmoil and despair means that he's come to terms with it.
Okay.
So that by the end, he expresses resignation. I accept this state of mind. And so that's the only way I can explain what in the poem, the poem is so fraught with emotion. Sure. And yet the Schubert's decision. Now, I think there's one thing you can do to make it even more cello. So the cello in that phrase at the beginning of the piece and at the end is your companion, your equal.
Okay.
Right. So that's so much color in the triplets that we almost don't hear them. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, one way you can do it, the words, Rauschen is a German word. My father used to say, because he knew all these poems from memory, he knew the whole of the second part of Goethe's Faust from memory, 12,000 lines. He knew all of Goethe, but he talked about the word Rauschen often. He said Rauschen is German Romanticism. Okay. It's in that one word. It's not rushing. It's turmoil. It's this. It's all the pulling, and so Rauschen. And if you can get that Rauschen des Rom, try, so tremendous. Do one more time, a little softer and as much color in the right hand as possible. Yes.
Rauschen des Rom. Rauschen
des Rom. Okay. Because the triplet, whoa, 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 and you're in twos. Rauschen des Rom. Okay. That's much more beautiful. Here, go one more time.
Rauschen des Rom, rausende Wald, starrende Fest, mein Aufenthalt. Rauschen des Rom, rausende Wald, starrende Fest, mein Aufenthalt.
Right. So your pain, the pain and the suffering is in your words, in the consonants,
Okay.
not in the. This is the opposite of Erlkönig. You know, Erlkönig has the desperation of the speed, the rushing because a life is at stake, and here you've resigned yourself to this desperate situation, and you're using nature, as the Germans always do. The German literature always uses nature to explain human experience. Yeah. So every word of this, the rushing torrent, the roaring forest, the menacing rock, is my resting place. And it is a resting place because he's accepted it. He's not trying to get out.
Okay.
Right. Good, beautiful. One more time, and if you can give whoa, 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 the triplets going. Colorful triplet.
Rauschende Strom, rausende Wald, starrende Fest, mein Aufenthalt. Rauschende Strom, rausende Wald, starrende Fest, mein Aufenthalt. Die Fälle an Tellerreit, fließen die Tränen, die ewige Neid, fließen die Tränen, mir ewige Neid, fließen die Tränen, mir ewige Neid. In den Kronen Vogel gekriegt, so unauffällig mein Herz schlägt, so unauffällig mein Herz schlägt.
Yeah, no, there's no diminuendo. This is all forte, isn't it? Yeah, this is all forte, and then comes the diminuendo. Good, this is beautiful. Do this verse again. Okay. Very beautiful. Hoch in the, so now a high in the, as in the high treetops, they stir and heave, and my heart beats endlessly for some love, no doubt. Yeah, we don't know what it is, but it's some love. But he's there forever. It'll never go away. This pain will never go away. So can we just lead into it? And here, where, yeah, just before here. This is an end, and then there's.
So unauffällig mein Herz schlägt, hoch in den Kronen, Wolken sie trägt, so unauffällig mein Herz schlägt, so unauffällig mein Herz schlägt. Felsen, wartes Herz, ewig des selber, wird mein Schmerz, ewig des selber. Bleibt mein Schmerz, ewig des selber, bleibt mein Schmerz. Der Wald, starrende Fels, mein Aufenthalt, rauschende Strom, brausende Wald, starrende Fels, rauschende Strom. Mein Aufenthalt.
Wow, that's powerful. Bravo, bravo, beautiful. Amazing. You know, these 3-minute songs create a whole world. We know all about this man's experience, and we knew all about Gretchen's experience, because he takes us to the extremity of the feelings, as perhaps no other composer does. Yeah. Bravo, bravo, bravo. What a pleasure to have you in our life, and thank you for the work you're doing. And I'm sure looking after Nick Littlefield helps you with your singing. It does. And I know that your singing helps you look after Nick. See, for me, music and life are one thing. Mm-hmm. There's no separation.
I'm discovering that as I go along.
Yeah.
So.
It's all one thing, and you cannot be a greater musician than you are a person. You can't be a greater person than you are a musician. You know, it's just linked together, and it's beautiful. And you brought everything you have in that last fortissimo. The voice will get more color to it, but the feeling is all there, which is beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Beautiful. Well done. Thanks. Beautiful. Wow.
bleibet mein Schmerz. Ich wische selber, bleibet mein Schmerz.